Hi, everyone. Welcome to this next episode of the Live Well Kitsap Thrive podcast. We appreciate so much you tuning in. This has been a really exciting time for us as we are approaching pretty soon episode 10. I am really looking forward to hanging out with my friend Kelsi today. And for those of you not familiar with Live Well Kitsap, we encourage you, grab your favorite beverage. If you're somewhere chilly like we are, grab your favorite blanket and tune in. But also, when you get a moment, go to livewellkitsap.com and see all the resources we have available in Kitsap to live well. We're here to be a bright spot in your day. We're here to bring all the resources, the people, the professionals that can help you live well. And on that note, I am super happy to spend time with my friend Kelsi Anderson with Blue Oasis Massage. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule to be here.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Let's give you a proper intro, shall we? Okay, let's do it. Kelsi is the owner of Blue Oasis Massage for almost 8 years. Amazing how quickly it goes, right?
Oh, yeah.
Before massage, she worked for Bartell Drugs. Are they even still in business?
No, unfortunately.
Did any of them survive?
My store in Gig Harbor was the last one to close.
Oh, that business was like 1,000 years old.
1890.
That's brutal. That's brutal.
I know.
Thank you, Amazon. Okay, moving on. She was there from ages 16 to 27. Kelsi studied psychology at the University of Washington, something I did not know about you. So this is half the fun I have, is getting to know things about our guests that I did not know. And then she switched gears and changed paths to health, fitness, and wellness. Kelsi has graciously decided to share with us a bit of her journey that falls into more of the struggle category, which is she has struggled with weight and an eating problem for most of her life. So we'll delve into that as well. After losing almost 100 pounds, Kelsi is trying to figure out how to stay healthy and stay in shape while also running and building your massage business. That's a lot.
Yeah.
I feel like we need 3 hours to sort of unpack all of that. That's a lot. Let's do this because we are on a mission to get to know people more deeply, and we like to have fun. And so I like to play games. So are you up for a game?
Absolutely.
All right, let's do it. So this game you might be familiar with is called Would You Rather. Have you seen it?
Oh, yeah.
It's like all over social media, whatever. But by next week, we'll be on to something else. But anyway, the cool thing about Would You Rather, it's just silly stuff, and you don't need to put your thinking hat on. We just want your just super gut, first instinct. Just give it to us.
All right.
All right, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
There are no wrong answers. There is no grade. So here we go. Would you rather get to spend 6 months in your favorite place, but not be able to give a massage to anyone for that whole time? Or spend 2 days in your favorite place and continue to massage people as often as possible? 6 months in your favorite place, but you can't massage, or 2 days in your favorite place and you can massage all day long?
Yeah, 6 months in my favorite place.
Okay, so where's your favorite place?
Oh, I don't know. I'll probably have to find a new one.
Okay.
Well, things have changed so much for me in the last year.
They
I'm
have.
still trying to figure things out. But
Are you more take me to somewhere warm and sunny with palm
definitely.
trees? Are you more like a snow girl? I want to ski and climb mountains or look at mountains, or
warm beaches?
warm beaches.
Absolutely. I could just
Okay.
go live on an island for 6 months if that was possible.
Isn't that kind of like a really nice thought? Like,
Yeah.
Just kind of take a break from everything and everyone.
Yeah.
No responsibility.
Exactly.
Well, pretty soon I might be getting a postcard from fill in the blank island of like, hey, it's Kelsi. Thanks for the idea. Okay, here's another one. This is based on something you shared. Would you rather play with 10 kittens at Ziggy's Cat Lounge, but have to drink a root beer, or have one cat and never have to drink a root beer ever again?
One cat and never root beer taste at all.
What is
me.
it? So is there some story behind why you loathe root beer? It's just a thing you don't like?
Yeah, unfortunately, it's one of those tastes that I feel like a lot more people do like root beer than don't like root beer. And so like growing up as a kid when they would do like root beer floats at school,
Yes.
You're
like,
I hated that. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't have
wouldn't do
one,
it.
and I really like my sweets and like ice cream and everything, and so when anybody said like we're gonna do root beer floats and the other kids would get excited, I'd just be like,
You're like, no.
really?
You're like, I'll have the ice cream
Yeah.
and hold the root beer.
Yeah, they may have accommodated that once. I don't remember. Yeah.
Okay. So I know something very special about you that we're going to share with our audience. And I think it just segues very nicely into our Good Eats segment. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. So here's how this works. You get a choice.
Okay.
So we have the store-bought category and the homemade category.
Ooh.
And so the store-bought is one of the things that is store-bought is I brought some dark chocolate, which is quite delicious,
yes.
if I do say so. And the other is a product that's like healthier that I personally have never tried. So you can choose between those. The homemade is I made some hummus. So I have some hummus and some gluten-free crackers. And so which one would you like to try for our Good Eats segment?
The dark chocolate.
The dark chocolate.
Yes. I keep meaning to probably let you know I'm not a fan of hummus.
Not a fan of hummus. And I worked so hard to make, no, I'm just kidding.
So sorry.
No, it's one of those things. It's like root beer, coconut, I think, and mushrooms.
Yeah.
People either like in hummus, people love it or they hate it. Yeah. And there's like not a whole lot of middle ground. Right. Okay, so I'm gonna hook us up with dark chocolate.
Okay.
Okay, so to kick us off for our Good Eats segment is we have some beautiful JoJo's chocolate. And of course, what tastes better than just dark chocolate all by itself is dark chocolate with strawberries. And I'm going to have you pick your NA sparkly beverage because
awesome.
We are celebrating. So, what are we celebrating today, Kels?
Live Well Kitsap.
Live Well Kitsap. We can celebrate that. And we're also celebrating that your business won the Best of Central Kitsap 2025. So I'm going to thank you. I am going to join you in a toast. Now, the only thing better than an NA beverage, would you like a strawberry in yours?
Oh, sure. Thank you.
Because life is for celebrating. Congrats to you on your award, and I just wish you all the best in your business moving forward.
Thank you.
Salud. Good. Oh my gosh, I've never had that before.
That is really good. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Right? It's delicious. Okay, feel free to try your chocolate now.
Okay.
And let me know, have you ever had JoJo's dark chocolate?
No.
Okay, everyone's loving the JoJo's. Like, I don't know if you guys are seeing that.
Really
like,
good.
Hey, you want some homemade hummus? No, thank you.
So I made the right choice.
Yes. My hummus is delicious, but it's a little on the garlicky side. So the next event that you have might have not gone really well. Okay, one more. To you being a Live Well Kitsap Tier 1 member, we love having you. We love promoting you. We're just so thrilled for all the success you've had in your business and all the people you help to feel better and feel less stress in Kitsap County. Salud.
Salud.
All right. So the chocolate, thumbs up or thumbs down?
So good.
Chocolate gets a thumbs up?
Oh, yeah.
It's like a little meal. right? There's nuts, there's pistachios, there's cranberries. I mean, I know like for some people, it's really hard to just have like one or two. And we can talk about that in a moment. But I am that person that can just have like one or two and be like, oh, this is so good. This is so satisfying. And it's just like, it's rich, dark chocolate, but it's not obnoxious. It's not overly sweet,
Right.
which is one of the reasons that I really like it.
Absolutely.
So you have mentioned that you have struggled with weight. Would you say you've had an eating disorder? Like, tell us more about what you've experienced since it sounds like most of your life. When did the struggle begin? And did it start with just being a little overweight, or did it start with just an unhealthy relationship with food?
Well, I think I would say that as a kid, I mean, if you look at all of my pictures growing up, I was mostly like normal weight, normal size until I hit about the third grade, which was probably
So like 8 or 9?
yeah. So like pre-puberty, I was getting a little chubby, and there were a few times where my mom had to try to very gently tell me, like, don't put a bunch of extra butter on your popcorn, or don't eat like all those chips or something like that.
Yeah.
And that was the other thing too. Kind of growing up about that age in the early 2000s, I think everybody was trying to be really skinny.
Yeah.
That was kind of more popular.
Yeah.
Back
Messaging.
then.
Yeah.
I also, my mom and my sister, I think, were always trying to watch their weight and dieting and everything. And we.
So did you hear a lot of those messages growing up of like, oh, I'm too fat, or I'm on a diet again?
Yes and no. I don't think we were not allowed to say anything about us being fat. Like
Okay, good.
I know my older sister and I have both struggled with our weight, and I did not realize that my sister, who was 6 years older than me, so when I was 10, she was 16.
Okay.
I didn't realize that she was worried about her weight, and so I do distinctly remember being like 10 years old, and I was just being a mean little sister, and I called her fat.
Aww.
And my mom had to like make that a rule, like we were not allowed to say that.
Right.
And then growing up, I realized that she struggled with body image issues, as I would end up having the same issue. So
Okay.
yeah, I grew up with two women who were struggling with their own body image issues, and I saw a lot. I experienced firsthand.
So at what point did you say, this is bothering me and I want to do something about it? Like how was it affecting your life?
I remember just as young as like 10 years old, thinking that I needed to go on a diet, and that
That's young.
yeah. And
That's young.
it's crazy to think about that now. And be like, no, I need to make a plan, like my mom and my sister. Because I knew at that age that I was chubby, and I think it's possible that kids at school may have said something, but I actually don't really remember that.
Okay.
It might have honestly just been my own complex and my own self-esteem.
Well, when we're seeing something in our own family, that gets our attention.
Yeah.
Right? That affects us. We notice as kids, like, especially if we're a young girl, we're looking at the older women in our family and we're saying, what's okay, what's not okay, what are they doing, where are they struggling? Yeah. So, okay, so at what point, so you're 10 years old, does mom actually let you go on a diet? Like what's her response?
I really didn't voice a lot of these concerns to people.
Okay.
I had a lot of things kind of going on in my childhood that now as an adult, I'm like, I really wish I had said something to somebody about some of these things. But I don't think I was ever very successful trying to go on a diet at that age. I don't even know if I knew what to do.
Yeah, I at 10, we're just like brownie,
Yeah.
We don't really have a wide, range of like, okay, do this, do this, do this.
Right.
Okay, so how did that affect your teenage years?
I don't think it was that much of a problem in middle school because fortunately I did kind of sprout a little bit. I think I got, to the height that I am now, um, maybe by seventh grade. And
Okay.
I had thinned out significantly.
Okay.
And like I started eighth grade.
So you had a little
skinny.
growth
I did.
spurt.
Yeah. Yeah. I actually have a picture. We have a picture at my mom's house of me and her, and I am like probably the skinniest you'll ever see me. And it was just very natural.
Were you healthy? Did you feel healthy? Because as we know, skinny doesn't always mean healthy, which of course is the myth. Oh, she's thin, she must be healthy.
I really don't know. I can't imagine that I was eating a whole lot differently.
Okay.
Because I really liked my snacks and like Mexican food and candy, especially it was just anything sweet.
Sure.
So it's possible that maybe I didn't eat as much,
Okay.
or yeah, I'm not sure.
So at what point were you saying to yourself, I don't like what I weigh, I don't like my relationship with food, and I want to do something different? Was that when you were older and like into adulthood?
I think over the years I've just tried to figure out what works for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I started actually like exercising when I was 15. Again, my mom, so she would go on these like 5 mile walks, and she showed me. I went with her a couple of times,
Nice.
so I knew the route that she was walking,
Yeah.
and it was nice. It was outside. I think I even tried jogging. Like both my parents are big walkers, but I get bored easily if I'm just walking. Like I need to jog a little bit. So
Let's get moving.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that seemed to work pretty well for me. It's just I had to like be consistent with it, or else I would fall off and beat myself up, and just I think kind of let myself go to this dark place of like I'm fat. I'm not gonna get any thinner. I'm just gonna eat for comfort. And yeah, I went through kind of a struggle in ninth grade and in high school with some depression and stuff like that. So that didn't help either.
I think that's the worst part of anything we don't like about our body, right?
Yeah.
Whether it's we don't like what we weigh, we don't like what our hair looks like. It's the internal beat up that is so destructive and just takes us, it just spirals us down.
Absolutely.
Did you share that with anyone? Like, were you able to get any help with that aspect of all of this?
I mean, the depression I did.
Okay.
I went through like kind of a rough time in high school in 10th grade. We had some very mean, like demeaning boys ganging up on people, and
that sucks.
At the end of the school year I kind of just let my mom know that I was feeling depressed, and so I was about 16, and she started having me go to therapy. And I have no problem sharing this. That was when I started on antidepressants. I started with Prozac, and then I've pretty much been on some form of antidepressant ever since then. So I do feel like that has helped, like with the depression part of just self-image and everything.
Right.
And of course, just getting older and wiser and realizing like I don't need to worry about this so much.
Right.
And especially now at 35 years old, it is all about more like being healthy.
Yay.
Yeah.
Okay, so at some point in this journey, you lost 100 pounds. I'm guessing there may be some people out there that's like, oh my gosh, what did she do?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Everyone always wants to know what I did.
So what did you do?
So this was the third time losing more than 50 pounds in kind of a bout of weight loss.
Yeah.
So 3 years ago, I was I think I'd hit my absolute highest. I was in the 240 range, and I mean, I'm
because you're not a super tall person.
Right, I was family 5'2".
I was gonna say if you were like 6'4", not a problem.
Yeah, but 5'2", and 32 years old. I was like getting ready for bed at night, getting into bed, and seeing on my Fitbit that my heart rate was like 110 beats per minute.
Okay.
And could just feel my heart was just like beating pretty quick. And
Yeah.
it's like all I did was go up and down the stairs and brush my teeth and everything. And like
You
this
weren't
is
out
scary.
running a marathon before you got in bed.
Right.
Yeah.
So it was scary.
That would be.
Yeah. I was worried I would go to sleep and have a heart attack or something, even at my age. I was scared. So, so it was January, and the whole New Year, new me thing, really seems to work well for me.
Nice.
Being like for motivation.
Yeah.
So I kind of asked myself, like, well, what did I do? Like, what did I really do the first 2 times I lost all that weight?
Right.
And my biggest memory, my best memory of that was I took things very slow, and I started with exercise. I did not change my diet. Yeah, I
love this.
Yes, yeah. And so I had a treadmill at home.
Okay.
And what I decided to do was, get on and see how I felt going at whatever pace. And I told myself I would just do 30 minutes 4 times a week. And I was walking at a pace that I think I started at 2.3, which, just for reference, my easy walking speed now is like at least 3.6.
Nice.
It's
nice.
Yeah, I could maybe even go up a little bit more. But
so big difference of where you needed to start versus where you are today.
Right.
Okay, so you start with exercise. Yep. What is the second thing you add to this plan? How did you do this?
So I told myself I wasn't going to change anything about these workouts for like 2 weeks. My whole point was for it to be easy, not feel like that it was hard.
Right.
And so that would help me be motivated in the morning to go downstairs and get on the treadmill.
Good.
Which it worked.
So it just became this thing like, I wake up, I brush my teeth, I go do the treadmill.
Yes.
Okay.
For just 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Have my iPad on there, watching like episodes of shows that I've never seen. Like that was a big one for me too. It couldn't just be like my favorite movies over and over again. It had to be something new that I wanted to watch.
Yep.
And then so after 2 weeks, I would increase the speed, which this was kind of interesting. At the end of the 2 weeks, I was actually really wanting to go faster. And I told myself, I'm not going to stray from my little experiment, my program. So it's like my body just could not wait to go to the next level.
So you were ready.
Yeah, I was ready.
Okay.
So, and then, I went to 2.4. 2 weeks later, I increased something else. It might have just been the speed a little bit at a time.
Okay.
And then I think eventually I went to like 40 minutes, still 4 times a week.
Okay. So now you're increasing the amount of time in addition to the speed, the pace.
Yes.
Okay.
So after about 3.5 months or so, I got this email. I don't know how familiar anybody is with the program called Healthy Wage, but
I'm not.
Yeah, so
I'm not.
That one I always kind of forget to tell people about that. So what it is, it's a program. You basically place a wager on yourself to lose a certain amount of weight in a certain amount of time for a certain amount of money, and if you make it, you get more money back.
So it's like your own personal reality show.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
now it's not just about the weight; it's about like
bigger motivation. Better motivation.
Okay.
So I had tried with them in the past to do the big healthy wager. They had smaller ones too, like step challenges. You can sync your
I love this.
It. Yeah. So you could do like wagers against other people for smaller amounts of money.
Okay.
But the big one, I lost the first time. I was within like 10 pounds, and I didn't make my deadline, and so it was very demotivating. But so I got an email from them at the end of March that year saying that if you signed up, within the next week or so, you would get an extra 20% increase to your price.
So now they're going to sweeten the pot.
Yes.
This is interesting.
Yeah, and I hadn't gotten anything from them in a long time, so it just seemed like the universe is telling me something, So I decided to, I think I put that I wanted to lose 70 pounds in 14 months.
Okay.
And I think I put in about $2,100.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you really sort of put your money where your mouth is,
Yeah.
pun intended.
Right.
Okay.
So then I was feeling pretty good with the exercise. I was even starting to eat a little bit healthier, but it all just kind of comes together.
It does,
Yeah.
right? You notice when you work out
Yeah.
and you're like, oh, now I actually want to eat a little healthier.
It's true. I think most people who have lost a lot of weight will tell you that.
Yep.
So I had already lost maybe 10 to 15 pounds. So I was already starting to lose weight. And kind of my biggest thing when I tell people about healthy weight, it's good to have some starter weight off and have a program and then get into it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's just a little bit easier. So I bumped it up to either 6 or 7 days a week. And then I think I was on the treadmill for like an hour. And
so you really increased your workout time.
I did, but it was good. Everything felt really good.
That's awesome.
I was super motivated. I was super used to working out multiple times a week. And
so how long did it take you to get to 100 pounds?
It's funny. I got within a pound of my goal, and that's the closest I got. So
within a pound.
Yes.
So you weren't taking the big pot of money to the bank, or did they give it to you?
Well, with them, it was only 70 pounds in 14 months. Okay. And I am very happy to say I did hit my goal. I was able to do thank you. I was able to do my way out right at the beginning. They give you a 2-week window when your challenge is supposed to be over.
Yeah.
I was able to weigh out the very first day. I had just hit the goal that morning. And I was so excited.
Nothing like right under the deadline.
Oh, thank goodness.
Okay, so it sounds like you won the prize after all of this effort. I feel like we're at the dentist now because now I've got you with a mouthful. Like when the hygienist and the dentist are talking to you and your mouth's like, and you're like, no, I can't answer you because you have my mouth wide open. But please enjoy. I want you to enjoy the chocolate. That's what it's there for. And have some strawberries if you would like.
Actually.
Okay. So all this effort pays off. You win the prize. Tell us the prize amount, and is this a program at this point you would recommend to anyone? Why or why not?
So, like I mentioned, I put in about $2,100, and the payout ended up being $6,600.
Wow.
So, profit of $4,500.
Wow.
But still, yeah. And it was completely legitimate. They sent me the check, cash it, no problem. So everyone knows. But I will say,
yes,
because of GLP-1s, I have talked to the rep about this because they like to kind of keep in touch with the winners.
Yep.
They're not paying out as much as they used to.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that.
They're still a business, they do
so
still make money, around. But but just, it's a lot easier for people to
drop the weight.
That goal. Yes.
Okay. Well, thank you for sharing that.
Absolutely.
Right. The hope is to support and encourage other people that no matter where they're at in their life and their health, right? It's never too late. We can always make a change. And sometimes it's just one small thing, like I'm going to jump on a treadmill and I'm going to do it like every morning. And I'm just going to do it at a really slow pace for like 30 minutes. And then it grows, right? Because now you're training your brain. This is what I do in the morning.
Exactly.
And that's the beautiful thing about our health. No matter where we're at, we can just make these small incremental changes. And I mean, are you feeling good? You look fantastic.
I feel great. I don't even remember how bad I felt when I was that unhealthy.
Okay. Let's switch some gears because I do want to be able to talk about your massage business. I was fortunate enough to come and see you not all that long ago. I think it was last year, and get a massage. And look, I'm a retired massage therapist. I don't know I think you knew that.
I did.
And so I've had a lot of different massage, professional massage experiences. I'm going to tell you, you are absolutely in the top 3. And I mean, I've been getting massage for like over 20 years. 100% you are in the top 3.
Thank you.
If your space was just a tiny bit closer, you would be seeing me so much more often. But I do intend to come back. It was just an absolute, it's like you just have like magic hands. I don't know how else to describe it. It was just, it's a lovely treatment room that you have. Your technique is just gentle but firm. It was just absolutely fantastic. So
Thank
no
you.
surprise that you won Best of Central Kitsap 2025. I think we need to toast to that just one more time. Okay. Tell us a little bit about your massage origin story. How did you know you had these magic hands? What happened in your world that you were like, oh, I think I'll become a massage therapist?
So when I was in high school, once my mom came home from work, and she's always had office jobs, and so her forearms were bothering her, and she asked me if I would just rub them for a few
Aw.
minutes, and I did, and I just remember thinking that I felt like I knew exactly where her tension was. It's almost as if I could feel it myself, and then
Wow.
she said the same thing, and kind of planted the seed in my mind that that might be something I could do. I did want to be a mental health counselor first and foremost.
Okay.
It's just that college did not work out for me.
Gotcha.
So then I worked for the next few years.
So that was the
At
Bartels
yes,
journey?
yep. So
Okay.
I stayed with them. I actually
Okay.
got a full-time position with them
Nice.
when I was not in college anymore. And then I was encouraged to kind of follow my dreams. If someone asked me like, "Is this what you want to do for the rest of your life?" And I'm
Yeah.
like, "Well, no."
Right.
And they're like, "Well, what do you want to do?" And I'm like, "Well, maybe massage." And they're like, "Well, you should just do it." So I literally called Everest the
Okay.
next day, and just like the old commercials, I was in class like less than 2 weeks later.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love
So,
that.
yeah.
I absolutely love that
Yeah.
story. It's I've talked with a lot of different massage therapists, right? And so many times I hear the story of like I just started wanting to like lay hands on people. Like it was just this natural thing, and almost just like I heard you say, like this just innate ability to like, oh, I feel where the tension is,
Yep.
and I know what to do, right?
Yeah.
What would you say to someone who wants to become a massage therapist, who's thinking more like, oh, that's an easy thing to do. I just have to do this. Talk to us about your experience of school and the whole educational aspect. Was it an easy thing to become a licensed massage therapist?
No, not really.
No, not really. I would agree with that. No, not really.
I remember getting into school, and they had kind of a wheel program. It's a little hard to explain, but it's like you've got people who have been there for maybe 2 months, 4 months, 6 months already. They just they have you do a basic first month of medical and massage, just the basics, and then
Okay.
they put you in the big class with everybody else.
Okay.
And depending on like the month, it was a different modality that you were learning together.
Okay.
But I remember when I got into the big class and I got to know my classmates, I told them how excited I was for when we got to the last 3 months of the program and we were going to be in the student clinic and actually working
Oh
on
yeah, I
people.
remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think when I actually started to massage my classmates, I was like, well, this is actually a lot like more difficult, and there's just a lot more to it than I thought.
Yes.
I like to kind of tell people that massage for me is it's almost like playing an instrument or learning a different language. So because before I was in
I love
school,
that.
yeah, well,
Yeah.
before I was in school, I wanted to kind of have a head start. So I was watching a bunch of YouTube videos on massage, but I did not understand what I was seeing. I couldn't make a connection on
I
any of
mean,
that.
I don't know about your education because I went to massage school probably way before you did.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, anatomy and physiology and kinesiology, and like there's all these ologies that, you have to learn.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of book work. And then, of course, when you do those, student exchange massages, you're being graded, and it's a lot.
It is.
It really is.
Absolutely.
Okay, so what do you love about massage?
Um, I absolutely love that my clientele are very happy to see me when they come
Yes.
in.
Isn't that better than like being like the dentist or, like
That's
the
exactly.
oral surgeon,
Yeah.
or they're like, yes,
Yes.
Kelsi.
Yes, they're happy to get a massage.
They are.
They're not dreading it. And I mean, a huge departure from retail where, we were just treated very poorly by a lot of customers.
Oh,
They just didn't
gotcha.
have any respect for
Yeah.
you. So,
That's a bummer.
yeah, it is. It
Yeah.
was, it
Yeah.
could be tough. We had some good people, but it's not the same. So, um, the other thing too is that I get a lot of satisfaction in making people feel better. I love a good set of tense shoulders. That I can melt that tension away.
Don't you love like that wet noodle look when they get off the table and they're just like, all is well with the world?
Yes.
And it's just like you've just literally melted them down
Yes.
into no stress, and you're sending them, back home, maybe to a family, or right. And instead of like super stressed out mom or dad walking through the door, now they're all like melty and
they can face the challenges of their lives again.
Absolutely.
Kind of renewed, and
it's huge.
It is.
It really is.
Yeah.
Tell us a client story of someone that maybe they were diagnosed with something that you were able to help them with, or like tell us a situation of a memorable client where you were like, oh, there's a lot here, and what, if anything, did you do differently? How did you help them?
So I currently have a lady who comes and sees me once a week. We just do 30-minute sessions. We used to alternate between 30 minutes and 75 minutes. Things in her life have changed a bit, so
Okay.
we just only can do 30 minutes a week for her.
Okay.
But she would come in every single week for almost a year and tell me what she had going on with her, this, and that. I'd have to very quickly in my head figure out how I was going to treat her that day and distribute the time. It's been a little bit trickier now with the 30 minutes. We only have time for certain things.
Not a lot of time.
No. So she'll tell me what's going on with her. We figure out what's like top tier priority, focus there, kind of put the other things, in the background just in case if we don't have time. We won't worry about those things as much. But most of the time, she seems to be doing way better after. So that's very satisfying. I mean, she keeps coming back.
Exactly. I was going to say, so if she's been coming to you for a year, then obviously you have become an important part of her life and her health journey.
Yeah.
Isn't that cool?
It is.
I mean, are there times where you just pause and you go, you know what? I have this gift to use my hands, to use my body in a professional way that just really helps people feel better, reduce their stress, improve their energy, improve their immunity. There's so many benefits of therapeutic massage. It's like the list goes on and on and on and on.
It does, yeah. Yeah, it's great. I definitely do have some moments in my days every now and then where I'm like, I just love my life. I love my job. I love my clients, which is totally true. I don't think I have any clients right now that I can say, I'm not.
So no, like C-. I need to fire this client. No. Like you've got a good.
Yeah. Everything is pretty great with my clientele, which it's funny. I don't always hear that. I have a huge network of massage therapists, and I'll hear the stories, and I'm just like, I feel bad for you. I don't have to worry about. But
don't you think there's a point too, especially you own your own massage business. You don't have to put up with the D- client. If someone's being inappropriate, if someone's not respecting you, if someone isn't understanding the therapeutic professional nature of massage, for example, we don't have to put up with those people. No. We can say, gosh, this isn't a good fit, and there you go.
Yep, I can. I mean, there was a time a few years ago that I did have several people that I just was not enjoying working with for a bunch of different reasons.
Yep.
And I did refer them to other people.
Yeah. Good job.
And it really wasn't that hard. So
because your health matters,
yes.
right? Your
Yes.
health, your safety, your mental, emotional health matters just as much as anything else.
Right.
So good for you
Thank
for
you.
realizing that.
Thank you.
Absolutely. All right, we're on to our last couple segments, and that is, what is your next move? That could be professionally, it could be personally, like just the next thing that you have going on.
So what I'm trying to focus on now, like in my business, is just getting some extra skills for
Nice.
yeah, just some extra things that I can offer people.
Don't you do cupping?
I do.
Okay.
Yes, very
And
popular.
so I'm going to encourage people research that because that's just really like a different therapeutic tool.
Yes.
Am I recalling that you got certified for intraoral massage?
therapy. Yeah.
Not a lot of people do that. So
Oh,
kudos to you.
thank you.
So basically what, people with like TMJ
Mhm.
can benefit from that?
Yeah, people who have
That's
migraines,
huge.
people who clench their teeth, their jaws, of course, high stress people, which
Yes.
they're in abundance.
Where their jaw is just like this all the time and they don't
Yes.
realize it because they think that's normal, but it's not.
It's not. It
It's
doesn't. You
not.
don't have to suffer. You can come and
No.
see me for some relief.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. Okay, so you're gaining more skills. I love that. Absolutely love that. And then what would be just one thing that you want to leave with our viewers? It could be about massage and the benefits. It could be about their overall health. Just one thing that they can begin to do to move the needle to improve their health and well-being. You're a licensed massage therapist. People are interested in what you have to say. What is just one little thing they can do?
I try to encourage people with their health not to overdo anything. In regards to trying to get healthier, like with their weight and all that.
Yeah.
I see a lot of people getting very motivated. And I've been there so many times. I have had a lot of
Like
day ones.
January 1
Yes.
for like 2 weeks.
Yep. And they will tell me how excited they are. Like they're like, I'm gonna lose the weight this time,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna do this and that. And then I find out they are overdoing it at the gym, and then a couple weeks later they're not going anymore.
And it's so tragic to me, right? Because if we just see it more as a marathon than a sprint, we can take our time. We can add just one little thing, whether it's more strawberries, more non-alcoholic beverages, more dark chocolate, right? Where we can just basically say, I'm in this for the long haul. I need to retrain my brain with new habits. This can't be a sprint. And it always is a little heartbreaking when people just go full tilt and then they sort of peter out after a couple weeks.
Yeah.
So I love this advice, just taking it slow, just
Absolutely.
doing one little thing differently, sticking with that. When that's become habit, then they can add something else.
Yes. What works for me.
Yeah, it sounds like this has been delightful. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule. People can find you on livewellkitsap.com/. You're in the refresh and rejuvenate category. So for those of you who are not familiar with Live Well Kitsap, you can just go to livewellkitsap.com and /refresh-rejuvenate. And you're going to find Blue Oasis Massage. Click on that. You'll see Kelsi's promotional page. If you're in the Kitsap area or nearby, you are going to want to get a massage from this amazing woman. I can't say enough about her as a person and as a licensed massage therapist. Thank you so much. Is there other ways people can reach you?
I'm on Google Maps. I find that most of my clients
I
there.
love that answer. Just hit me on Google Maps and then you can just get right to my front door.
Everything's there.
And just come see me.
Absolutely.
That is fantastic.
Yep.
I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
This award was well deserved. I love that I got to celebrate with you. And all the best as you have these beautiful healing hands that continue to improve people's life and health. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
You bet. So we appreciate everything that Kelsi had to share with us today. If you like what you're hearing and seeing on the Well Kitsap Thrive podcast, we encourage you to tune in. We drop a new episode every other Wednesday. Please like, subscribe, comment, tell your friends. We want everyone who we can possibly reach to be living well. We're on a mission to educate about holistic health and well-being. We're on a mission to support our Tier 1 Live Well Kitsap business members. And that's really why we started the Live Well Kitsap Thrive podcast, is to give exposure to awesome people like Kelsi. I hope you're enjoying your strawberries.
I am. They're so good.
Okay, additionally, we have this to talk about. Kitsap Fest is a one-day free community health and well-being event held in Silverdale in Kitsap County. This year, it's Saturday, July 11th. We are searching for vendors and sponsors. You don't have to have a business in Kitsap, but if you do business in Kitsap, you can be a vendor or a sponsor. Please go to livewellkitsap.com/Kitsap Fest for more information. If you are a business owner with a well-being business, we would love to connect with you. We would love to see you at Kitsap Fest. It's one of just the coolest things that we do to just connect with our community, spread the love, celebrate life, and really help people no matter where they are in their health journey to really understand the myriad of resources that we have in Kitsap to live well. Before we close out, we want to thank Lisa Starrett, owner of this amazing place. Kelsi, I don't know if you had a chance to look around, but you've been here before, right?
A few times. Yeah.
It is just absolute amazingness here. I love the art. I never get sick of it. Every time I come in, I'm just like a gawker. I'm just like, face pressed against the glass. It is just so beautiful, so much talent. We super appreciate the use of the Live Well Kitsap, the Lisa Starrett Creative Warrior Studio, located on Silverdale Way in Silverdale in Kitsap County. We thank you so very much for being with us, for just spending a little bit of time with us today. We know you're busy. We're super stoked to have you tune in. Please, again, like, subscribe, comment. We truly want to connect with you and know more of who you want to see and what topics you want us to be talking about. For now, we are done with this episode and our signature sign off. Life is short, so live it well so you can thrive.